Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into the dazzling landscape of Dubai. It's one of the 7 Emirates in the UAE, right there on the southeastern edge of the Persian Gulf. A place that's, well, pretty much synonymous with cutting-edge architecture and, development that feels almost futuristic sometimes.
Yeah, and to this exploration, we've pulled together some really interesting material. We've got these sort of broad overview pieces to get a handle on Dubai's core identity. And then we'll zoom right in on the finer details. What's it actually like to live there or travel or even, build a career in this incredibly dynamic place?
Exactly. And our mission, really, for you listening, is to get under the skin of Dubai using these sources. We want to pull out the most important bits, the most thought-provoking aspects, give you a real shortcut to understanding what makes this place tick. Okay, so maybe let's start right at the beginning. Dubai's location. Within the UAE, its position on the Persian Gulf, how fundamental is that to what Dubai is today?
Oh, it's absolutely foundational. Really, its place within the UAE gives it that stable political and economic framework. And then the Gulf location itself.
Yeah.
Well, that's always been a natural crossroads for trade, hasn't it?
Right.
That geography kind of laid the groundwork for its history as a port, and now it fuels its ambition as a global hub.
And when you picture Dubai, you instantly think of that skyline. The architecture, the sheer scale and modernity, it's breathtaking. It feels like the city itself is making a statement.
Precisely, yeah. Think about the Burj Khalifa. I mean, 828 meters. It's not just about setting height records. That project was a very deliberate move. Putting Dubai squarely on the global map, signaling its ambition, attracting investment, tourism.
Yeah.
It really is a physical symbol of that forward-thinking vision they have.
Then there's the Palm Jumeirah. Seeing that from above, that man-made palm tree shape jutting out into the Gulf, it's almost, well, hard to believe it's actually real. And it's not just pretty to look at, right? It's home to these amazing luxury resorts like Atlantis. What was the thinking behind something so audacious?
Well, the Palm Jumeirah really shows Dubai's willingness to, take on these huge engineering projects, expanding the coastline, creating unique spots for tourism and living. It was a bold statement
Definitely.
about their capacity for innovation, their commitment to becoming a top-tier leisure destination, and the land reclamation techniques they used were pretty significant in themselves.
And for those who enjoy a bit of retail therapy, maybe a lot, there's the Dubai Mall. You always hear it's one of the biggest malls on earth, thousands of stores, plus that indoor aquarium. It's clearly more than just a place to shop.
Oh, absolutely. If you connect that to the bigger picture, the Dubai Mall really reflects the city's strategy, attracting a really wide range of visitors, providing all sorts of entertainment leisure options. It's a central hub, caters to loads of different interests.
Okay, so shifting gears a bit from those giant structures, we've got Dubai Marina. You picture these sleek skyscrapers reflected in the water, a really lively atmosphere, tons of places to eat, nightlife. It paints a picture of a really dynamic urban scene. How does that sort of fit alongside the more monumental stuff?
Dubai Marina offers a different kind of vibe, doesn't it? It focuses more on that contemporary urban waterfront lifestyle. It caters to residents and visitors who are looking for that more immediate street-level energy, maybe compared to the grandeur of the bigger landmarks. It's about creating a vibrant community space.
Right, a different feel. And for another change of pace, the sources mention the desert safari, dune bashing, camel rides, cultural shows. It sounds like a way to connect with a more maybe traditional side of the region.
Yeah, exactly. What's the significance of offering that alongside all the intense modernity? I think the desert safari provides a really crucial link to the region's heritage and its natural landscape.
Yeah.
It gives visitors a glimpse into Bedouin culture, the beauty of the desert. It's a valuable contrast, really, to the urban environment. Enriches the whole Dubai experience.
Makes sense. And then there's Global Village, the seasonal cultural theme park. Different countries showcasing food, crafts, entertainment, like a mini World Expo. What does that tell us about Dubai's sort of outlook?
Global Village really hammers home Dubai's identity as this multicultural hub. It's quite literally a celebration of diversity, provides a platform for different cultures to interact, share their traditions. It highlights the city's openness to the world.
Okay, that actually leads us really nicely into culture and society. It's a key point in the sources. Dubai is an Islamic city. Its customs, its laws, they're shaped by Islamic traditions. How does that foundational aspect, play out in daily life?
Well, it provides the underlying framework for a lot of aspects of life there. Influences everything from social norms right through to legal regulations. And while the city is incredibly modern, these traditions are still a really important part of its identity, something residents and visitors need to be aware of and respect.
Right. But at the same time, the sources really stress how cosmopolitan Dubai is. That huge international population. It creates a fascinating dynamic, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You've got this coexistence, deeply rooted traditions alongside a very diverse, very international community. And that blend is probably one of the most distinctive things about Dubai's social fabric. It creates a unique cultural landscape.
Okay, let's pivot now to Dubai's economic transformation. It's pretty amazing how it's moved from being so reliant on oil to this really diversified economy. Tourism, real estate, aviation, finance, all major pillars now. What were the key things driving that shift?
Well, that diversification was definitely a strategic imperative. There was an understanding, that relying just on finite oil resources wasn't sustainable long term.
Yeah.
So the leadership made a very conscious decision. Invest heavily in infrastructure, create a business-friendly environment, attract foreign investment, develop these non-oil sectors. That foresight is a huge reason for Dubai's economic strength today.
And it certainly seems like it paid off. I mean, establishing Dubai as a major global business hub, a magnet for visitors, it really speaks to adaptability, ambition.
Indeed. Its strategic location, plus those proactive, forward-thinking government policies, it's made it a very attractive place for international trade, commerce, tourism, really solidified its position on the world stage.
The sources also pulled out some intriguing facts. The weekend being Saturday and Sunday, that's a practical detail that kind of jumps out. Why that alignment?
It reflects Dubai's role as a global business center, doesn't it? Aligning the working week with international markets. But still observing local religious customs, where Friday is typically the main day of prayer. It's a pragmatic balance.
Okay. And the city's reputation for safety, low crime rates, that's also really noteworthy. How much does that contribute to its appeal?
Oh, hugely. A safe and secure environment is just fundamental. It contributes to a high quality of life for people living there and a sense of well-being for tourists. Makes Dubai much more attractive as a place to live, work, and visit.
And getting around seems like there's a modern metro, buses, even water taxis. That investment in public transport must have been critical.
Absolutely essential. For a rapidly growing city like Dubai, you need a well-developed public transport system. Improves connectivity, cuts down on traffic, makes the city more accessible for everyone.
Right. Now, let's get into what it's actually like living in Dubai. For anyone thinking about moving or just curious, the sources point to some pretty significant